Nice last chord. Gretsch guitars. A lot of things I like about them, a lot of things I don't like about them, especially old ones like this one. This is a 64 Gretsch Country Gentleman. Interesting how I found this guitar. A friend of mine saw an ad in one of the local, little local newspapers. I think it was the New Galilee Gazette or something. Small circulation newspaper. A guy was advertising this guitar for sale for $1,800. My friend knew I was into guitars, so he called me and gave me the information. And I called the guy, set up an appointment to go see it. $1,800 was a fair price for this guitar back in, this would have been 1996 or 1997. You got to watch old Gretsch guitars, man. Usually they're in nasty shape. The binding is usually pulling off of them. Sometimes the controls don't work, the neck needs reset, but man, this one is in great shape. The binding is all good. Everything about it is good. It's a nice dark color. Has all the bells and whistles that I'll talk about in a bit for Gretsch guitars. So I bought it from the guy. He lives a little bit west of Butler, Pennsylvania. Me and my girlfriend went up to take a look at this guitar and asked for, after we came to the deal and I was playing it around a little bit, when you think of Gretsch guitars, you think of Chet Atkins and you think of the Beatles, George Harrison. Well, I can't touch Chet Atkins, I can't play any of that. That's way over my pay grade to play that kind of stuff. But I can play some Beatles stuff. So I was goofing with the guitar. So he goes, "Do you like the Beatles?" I says, "Do I like the Beatles? I mean, they're practically proof that God exists in my book. I love the Beatles." So he's thinking for a bit, looking at me. And he says, "Come on downstairs." So me and my girlfriend go downstairs to his basement. And down there, you walk into his basement, he's got the stage from the Ed Sullivan Show built. That thing with the squares and the planks up in the ceiling. He has that built in his basement. He has the round drum riser with the Black Oyster Ludwig drums on it. He's got Vox amps on there. He's got Rickenbacker guitars. I mean, it was just amazing to see this. Now, he told me he sold this guitar because he was starting a lawn care business and he needed to buy a tractor. So when I saw all that other stuff, I thought maybe he needs another tractor. So I'm looking through the stuff. Some of the stuff is vintage instruments. Some of it's reissues and so forth, but amazing. And then he goes over to this cupboard. He opens the cupboard, and there's the Beatle outfits. The black coats, the actual Beatle boots that he ordered from England. Another cupboard, and there's the Sgt. Pepper outfits that he had custom made. He even had the OPD patch that he got from Canada. Amazing. And he tells me that he used to play in a Beatles Tribute Band that played at some place in Atlantic City for years and years till they all got too old to be Beatles. But that's where all this stuff came from. And I asked him if he was selling anything else, and of course he said he wasn't selling anything else yet. He didn't need another tractor. And then he started pointing out to me things that I already knew. For example, this is a 64 Gretsch Country Gentleman. George Harrison played a 63. What's the difference, you ask? Difference is this pickup right here. A 1963 Gretsch Country Gentleman would have two Filtertron pickups. Would have another pickup just like this one up here. In 64, Gretsch started using what they call the Supertron pickup, which is what this guitar has. So I'm wondering if he really needed a tractor, or he just didn't like this guitar because it was not completely authentic to the Beatles. But whatever. I bought the guitar and took his name and number, and you know, figured I'd give him a call every now and then to see if maybe he needed another lawn tractor, because he had a nice Rickenbacker 12-string that I would like to have. And, you know, I'd have bought that drum set, probably. I'd have bought most of that. But an amazing thing where this came from. Anyway, talking Gretsch guitars, there are things I like about them, okay, especially the new ones. I do have a new one. This is a reissued Duo Jet, which plays just fine. I'll talk about that in a bit, maybe. But there are things I don't like about them. For example, there's all kinds of mystery knobs and stuff on these things. Like this is supposed to be an on-off switch, but I think, but it's still on. You can hear that it's still on. Of course, if you plug it one way or the other, it's on loud, and I can't tell the difference between which way you're going. Sounds the same to me. This, I believe, is a master volume control. Let's turn. A little bit scratchy. Okay. This is your typical pickup selector. You know, just like on a Gibson guitar. And this is another mystery switch to me. It takes the guitar from one useless sound here to another useless sound over here. I can't tell the difference between the two useless sounds, but I got a switch for it. But the guitars, they do sound very nice. In fact, I made a video of a James Taylor song with this guitar. I'll put a link somewhere up there for that. And of course, you gotta love the vibrato. Bigsby, love Bigsby vibratos. This thing also has the mute things, but the felts have long since worn off, and I've never bothered to replace them. So that's the story on this particular Gretsch guitar. I guess I've been talking long enough. Maybe I'll do a part 2 for the things I like about Gretsch guitars. So anyway, that's my story for today.